My ex destroyed my whole life with one lie and no one warned me. How fast it can happen. You ever feel your entire life twist sideways in a single moment? Yeah, that was me, a quiet, boring, 5-year-old woman who thought the worst drama in her life was running out of almond milk. Then my ex opened his mouth, and suddenly, I was dangerous. You think I'm exaggerating? Trust me, I wish I were. So let me tell you how one person with a bruised ego can turn your whole world into a fire you can't put out. And more importantly, how close any of us are to the same nightmare. Because once someone labels you as dangerous, unstable, or a threat, people stop asking questions. They just step back and they let your life burn. Let's rewind. I was 25, living alone in a tiny apartment that smelled like coffee and cheap candles, working a decent job, paying my bills, minding my business, not trying to start a war with anyone. My ex, his name's Mark, was the type of guy who looked harmless from far away. Tall, charming, the sort of smile that made people believe he had his life together, even though he didn't. We dated for a year that felt like playing emotional Jenga, except he kept pulling out blocks and acting shocked when everything crashed. I broke up with him peacefully. No screaming, no insults, no, you'll regret this. Just a clean, adult breakup. He cried. I cried. Then I went home thinking the hardest part was over. Oh, sweet. Clueless me. A week later, weird things started happening. A coworker, someone I wasn't even close to, came up to me with this face like she was about to tell me I needed help. End quote. She asked, "Are you okay?" That was the moment I knew something was wrong. Because that question only comes in two situations. When you actually aren't okay, or when someone already told people you aren't. I laughed it off badly and said, "Yeah, why?" She looked uncomfortable. "Never mind, just checking." And she walked away like she had touched a hot stove. The second sign came 2 days later. My neighbor, the elderly lady who usually smiled at me like I was her adopted granddaughter, didn't even open her door fully when I passed. She just stared at me through the crack, clutching her little dog like I was about to kidnap him. Okay, weird, but nothing prepared me for the third sign. I came into work that Monday, and my boss pulled me aside with that "we need to talk" voice. She told me someone had called the office over the weekend, someone claiming I had violent tendencies, someone claiming I'd threatened them, someone insisting I was unstable, and possibly a danger to others. I swear my soul left my body for a second. I asked who would say that, but she didn't have to say it, I already knew. Mark, and I felt it in my chest. The betrayal, the fear, the humiliation. It was like someone had poured cold water down my spine. I told my boss it wasn't true. She believed me, thank God, but she still said the words I had nightmares about. Just keep things calm for a while, okay? We don't want any issues. That sentence hit harder than the lie itself, because now my reputation wasn't in my hands anymore. It was in Mark's, and he wasn't done. 2 days later, I got a message from a girl I barely knew. She wrote, "Hey, this might be weird, but your ex told people you snapped. Like, emotionally. He said you threatened him. Are you safe? Are you safe?" It felt like someone stabbed me with a sentence, because in 1 week, I had gone from normal woman living her life to local risk. And I hadn't done a single thing. Then came the worst part. People believed him. That's what nobody tells you about rumors. They don't spread because they're true. They spread because they're interesting. And apparently, the idea of me being dangerous was really interesting. I could feel it, eyes on me, whispers behind me, friends pulling away, like they didn't want to be caught in the blast zone. Even my best friend hesitated for a split second too long when I told her. That pause haunts me more than the rumor itself, because for a moment, she wondered. And when someone wonders, it means the lie already landed. I tried everything ignoring it, explaining it, pretending it didn't hurt. But rumors are like mold. Once they start, they spread quietly, in places you don't see, until one day, your whole wall is rotted. Mark didn't stop. He told people I'd yelled at him. He told people I'd thrown things. He told people I was manipulative, jealous, emotionally unpredictable. He painted himself as the broken victim of this horrible, terrifying girl. And here's the thing about people like him. They know how to sound like the wounded one. They know how to tilt their head, soften their voice, make you think they barely have the strength to speak through all their pain. He was good at pretending, and I wasn't good at defending myself. Because what do? Call everyone in town and say, "Hi, just checking in, I'm not insane." Rumors don't work like that. They grow faster than the truth can walk. My breaking point came when I got pulled into HR again. Someone anonymous filed a complaint that I was emotionally volatile. Anonymous, which means him, which means I wasn't safe even at work. I walked home that day feeling like the air around me was made of glass, like one wrong move and it would shatter. I cried the whole way. You know that cry where your chest hurts more than your face? That one. Because I wasn't losing people because of something I did. I was losing them because of something someone else said. And that kind of loss feels personal on a different level. Then, something snapped. But not the way Mark claimed. Not in a scary way. I snapped into reality. I realized that if I didn't defend myself, he would keep rewriting my life like he owned the script. So I finally stopped hiding. I collected receipts, messages, screenshots, timestamps, everything. I talked to HR and gave them a full breakdown. I even contacted a lawyer for advice. The look on their face when they heard everything. Let's just say they didn't think I was the dangerous one. I reached out to people individually, not to beg, but to clarify, to reclaim my voice. Some apologized, some didn't, some pretended they never believed him. But the damage stayed, because even when a rumor disappears, the echo of it doesn't. And here's the part I didn't expect. Facing it made me stronger. I learned that silence is the best fuel a rumor can get. I learned that some people want drama more than truth. I learned that when someone spreads lies about you, it reveals more about them than about you. And I learned that I could survive being misunderstood. I didn't forgive Mark, but I outgrew him so fast he couldn't keep up with the new version of me, even if he tried. And if you ever find yourself in my shoes, if someone ever tries to rewrite your character in a story you didn't choose, remember this. Your truth doesn't vanish just because someone whispers a lie louder. You'll be okay, I promise. Because if I could survive being labeled dangerous, you can survive whatever label someone throws at you too.